So, the meanest thing I've ever done, I did to my younger brother, and it was a joint effort between me and my older brother. And so there is a gap of time between the time when I was born and between the time when my little brother was born, right? In comparison to me and my older brother, who are really close in age, there's like a gap between us, my younger brother and I. And one day, I don't know why, I just felt like being evil. And what I opted to do was, I went to my older brother and I was like, let's fuck with our little brother. And he was like, alright. Like, sure. And so what we did was, we devised a plan. And we went up to him and we said, hey, little brother, did you know that you had another older brother named Jeff? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you ever wondered why there's this, like, gap of time between when I was born and when you were born? It's because we had another brother named Jeff. And Jeff used to like to play in the pond. Except one day, because we had a pond in our backyard. I was like, well, one day, Jeff fell into the pond and drowned. And because of that, it it made Mom and Dad really, really upset. And so they don't really talk about it very much. But yeah, you know that gravestone in the backyard that we had? That gravestone that I dug up that I mentioned earlier? Now, at the time, little fucker couldn't read, right? So he didn't know what the fuck's on there. So that's Jeff's gravestone. We buried him by the pond because he loved the pond so much. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, he's look, Mom and Dad, they really don't like to talk about it. It really was like not good for them. And like, if you go up and you ask Mom what she's gonna say, she's gonna say, Jeff isn't real, your brothers are making fun of you, your brothers are trying to bully you. And so we weave this entire aspect of our lives about this thing that happened. And of course, my mom's not at the house at the moment because we're being told to babysit because we're terrible big brothers. We're just fucking with him the whole time. And so he goes, as soon as my mom is home, because he was a nosy little shit. As soon as my mom is home, she goes, he runs up to her, he's like, Mom, you have to tell me about Jeff. And my mom's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you need to, he's like got tears in his eyes. You need to tell me about Jeff. Why have you never told me about Jeff? And my mom's just like, who the fuck is Jeff? And like, Jeff is the brother that you had between Klidge and I. And like, that's why there's this gap of time and he drowned in the pond. And it's like, why have you never told me about that? My mom, she immediately picks up on our bullshit. And she's just like, younger sibling, they're just messing with you. They're lying to you. There is nobody named Jeff. Jeff isn't real. And then he responds to her, that's exactly what they said you'd say! And he freaks out and runs into his room and breaks down crying. And it was a joint effort between our mom whooping mine and my older brother's ass to go in and eventually tell him that we lied to him. Because he wouldn't believe our mom. Because we wove the tales so well that, we wove the tales so well that this little fucker, that Mom was gonna, like, not, like, be honest with him. That it's just so perfect. It took us having to go in and be like, yeah, we fucking lied to you. Was it worth it? Yes!
Gaslight, gatekeep, gold bust.
Of course. It was absolutely worth it. It's the meanest thing I've ever done to another human being, is doing absolute emotional trauma. And to this point, to this day, almost like so many years later, we'll still go up to him and be like, hey, youngest sibling, remember Jeff? And he'll be like, shut up.